What if I told you that just one, bad decision at the top could cost your company way more than just a salary? And I'm not talking about some simple recruitment oopsie. No, today we're digging into why finding the right leader isn't just about filling a role. It's about literally architecting your company's future. All right, so let's really tackle this head on with that big question. Seriously, think about it for a second. It's not just about the salary you're paying out, not even close. Studies actually show a bad executive hire can cost a company up to 2.5 times that person's annual salary. And that's in lost productivity, tanking team morale, and just all those missed strategic opportunities. The ripple effects, they're absolutely enormous. And that's exactly why the old way of doing things, that transactional model of recruitment, it just doesn't cut it anymore. Not when the stakes are this high. We've got to move past just filling a slot and start thinking about forging a real deep strategic partnership, one that's totally focused on sustainable long-term success. Okay, so where does a partnership like that even begin? Well, it all starts with creating a custom blueprint. And this isn't your standard run-of-the-mill job description. No, this goes way deeper. It's about truly understanding the client's unique culture, getting to the heart of their specific challenges, and really grasping their vision for the future. I absolutely love this visual because it's so true. An organization really is like a complex machine, right? You can have all the best parts, but without that one central gear that aligns everything, the whole thing just sputters and stalls. The right leader, they are that central gear. They make sure every team, every project, every single goal meshes perfectly to drive the entire company forward. So, how do we actually build that custom fit? Well, it's a 4-step journey. First, it starts with truly getting inside the client's world. We're talking deep understanding of their culture and values. From there, you map the entire market to find the absolute best of the best. Then all the communication gets tailored and the whole strategy is designed from the ground up to minimize risk and, of course, maximize the potential for growth. Okay, so you've got the blueprint. Now, how do you actually find the right person? This is where the process goes way, way beyond just scanning a resume. It's about applying some real science to the art of assessment. I mean, think about it. A resume is basically a flat, black and white photo of a candidate's past, right? It's just a list of accomplishments. But a real leader, they're a living, breathing, three-dimensional person. Their true value is in this complex mix of skills, their unique leadership DNA, and that intangible quality of how they connect with a company's very soul. You just can't get that from a piece of paper. So how do you uncover that three-dimensional reality? Well, you've got to use a whole toolbox of methods. We're not just asking about what they did in the past. We're putting candidates into real-world scenarios, using psychometric tests to figure out what really makes them tick, and doing these super deep behavioral interviews to see exactly how they think, lead, and inspire. At the end of the day, it's about generating hard data, not just fuzzy impressions. All right, after that really deep dive, the focus shifts to one thing and one thing only: absolute certainty. This is the stage where precision and diligence are totally non-negotiable. Every single detail has to be verified. It's all about protecting the organization. And let me be clear, this is not just a box-ticking exercise. This kind of due diligence is like the organization's shield. It's about rigorously checking everything: credentials, professional history, even financial integrity, and doing it all within strict ethical and legal lines. This is how you build that unbreakable trust and make sure there are zero costly surprises waiting for you down the road. Now, here's a huge difference. For a lot of search firms, the job is done once that contract is signed. They're out. But a true strategic partner, they know the real work has just begun. The focus has to shift to ensuring lasting success, long after the new leader is actually in their new chair. And honestly, this philosophy is what changes the entire game. A successful placement isn't the finish line. Nope. It's the starting block. It's the beginning of a real, long-term commitment to that leader's integration and, ultimately, their impact. So what does that commitment actually look like in the real world? It's about providing concrete, ongoing support. We're talking leadership coaching to help them navigate that new terrain, performance monitoring to keep track of progress, and a structured feedback loop to make sure they integrate seamlessly and start making a real impact from day one. So when you bring all these pieces together, that custom blueprint, the super deep assessment, and the long-term support, that's when you get what Confluence Executive Partners calls the Confluence Advantage. It's the result you get from a true partnership approach to finding top talent.
First and foremost, it's relentlessly client-centered. What does that mean? It means no cookie-cutter solutions. Every single strategy is built from the ground up to perfectly fit your unique culture, your values, and your biggest goals.
Next up, it's gotta be culturally aligned. The focus here is on finding leaders who don't just have the right skills on paper, but who genuinely resonate with your company's mission. Because when a leader is truly aligned like that, they don't just manage growth, they inspire it. The whole process is also collaborative. It's a true consultative partnership, built on a foundation of transparency and open communication, all designed to deliver results you can actually see and measure. And finally, it is precise. This entire meticulous process builds a reputation for quality recruitment that doesn't just fill a spot, but actively fosters leadership excellence that drives the whole organization forward.
So here's the big takeaway, the crucial point. The ultimate outcome of this whole strategic, partnership-driven process isn't just a new hire. It's sustainable, long-term growth, fueled and driven by real leadership excellence right at the very top.
And that leaves us with one final question for you to really think about. When it comes to your next critical hire, are you just looking to fill a seat? Or are you looking for a partner to help you actually build your company's future? Because the difference between those two mindsets, well, it's everything.